Fear porn, why they sell it and why you buy it. I'm Jeffrey Daugherty, and it's time to indoctrinate. As always, Monday through Friday, midnight, we're moving into the midnight hour, helping you tap into your personal power. And tonight, a message that is very near, very dear to my heart. It boggles my mind. I can't understand it. I don't get it. For those of you that are watching on YouTube, the delayed version, I have the glasses on because I'm spending a lot of time in front of the computers, and they're Blu-ray glasses, and they help protect my eyesight. So if you don't like them, too bad. You better get used to them, because with all the work that we're doing, we're spending way too much time in front of the computer, and we do need to get the glasses. These are the Swanwick glasses. Thanks to Jay Campbell for getting these for me. I really do appreciate it. But one of the, probably, I would have to say, without a doubt, as I think it through, the thing that bothers me the most in this entire world, and it's a big world, and there's a lot of things that bother me, but I think the thing that bothers me the most is the use, the proliferation, and the utilization, and the stupidity to be put under the spell of fear porn. What is fear porn? Well, you know what porn is, right? And porn, and I thought, fear porn was just a word that we use because we don't like the fear, and we're trying to, make it sound dirty, and it is dirty. It's filthy. And I'll make this statement: fear porn is worse for you than porn. Fear porn is worse for you than porn. It's at least equally bad for you as porn. And there's reasons for that, spiritual reasons, there's biochemical reasons, there's psychological reasons, and we're going to get into those reasons and look at them tonight. And folks, fear porn basically is anything that you see, and it goes across media, but let's just keep it close to home. I like to talk about what I know and try not to talk so much about what I don't know. What I do know is podcasting / YouTube presentations. What I do know is radio. What I do know a little bit about is live events. And when you are seeing fear, things that, well, let's define fear. What is fear? And I had the definition of fear pulled up. I don't think I have it anymore. No, because we went into a discussion of what is. But fear basically is, let me just pull it up real quickly. We have an hour here. What is the definition, ladies and gentlemen, of fear? The textbook definition of fear is an emotion, and it says an unpleasant emotion, but curiously enough, some of you don't find it unpleasant anymore. In fact, you find it addictively, powerfully pleasant, and we're going to talk about that. So I would take issue with the unpleasant portion of this. But anyway, an unpleasant emotion caused by the belief that someone or something is dangerous, something that is likely to cause pain, or a perceived threat. To be afraid of something that's likely to be dangerous, likely to be painful, likely to be threatening. I like Merriam-Webster's dictionary better, although he still uses the word unpleasant. An unpleasant, strong emotion caused by anticipation or awareness of danger. And let me add, either real or imagined. If we really want to get to fear, and if we really want to get to fear porn, it is to be afraid of, to expect with alarm, and to feel fear, to be apprehensive. Cousins. Why cousins? Because I'm in the unindoctrinating business, and cousins, business is a booming. And if you want to watch the videos of these interactions that we have here, it is live exclusive in a podcast format without video on odyssey1.com, Monday through Friday, 12 midnight, following Rocky Stucci's Situation Room. So you got 2 hours of the boys, Rocky, the emotional meatball, me, the Christian whistleblower. And if you want to watch the videos, they get up within a day or two. I started off a little bit behind. They get up within a day or two of the presentation. So here we are Monday morning, right, doing our Unindoctrinate. And it should be hopefully on the website. And once I get caught up, it will be sometime late on Tuesday, Wednesday at the latest. So if you want to watch, and it's not bad to go back and have a second pass at these, because we do throw out a lot of dense information. You can go to the Christian Whistleblower. Just go to YouTube, type in the Christian Whistleblower, type in Jeffrey Daugherty. It's been long enough that we're right at the top of every search. So just go ahead and hit that, and you'll find I did have over 2,500 videos. I've deleted some of the old ones, and as I make new ones, I delete the old ones. So we're up 2,500 videos right there for your viewing pleasure. So that's Jeffrey Daugherty, or easily, the easiest way, the Christian Whistleblower, YouTube. And fear, ladies and gentlemen, that's what fear is. And what is fear porn? Fear porn is the use of people, and we're going to restrict ourselves to YouTubers, podcasters. That's what we're going to talk about. YouTubers and podcasters that want to use fear and dread and worry to get you into fear and dread and worry. And we'll talk about why, but you don't really have to be a psychiatrist to figure out when you're fearful, when you are worried, when you're concerned, when you're looking for doom to come. You're very easy to be manipulated, and you're very easily manipulated and used and profited upon by the guy or the girl that can produce that fear. It really is a form of Stockholm syndrome, cousins, because even when somebody like me comes along and points out obvious mistakes and lies, you still find it hard. Many people still find it hard to leave the purveyor of the lies and of the fear porn. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it in terms of how it really hits you. Let's talk about it in terms of where the proverbial rubber meets the road. And one reason why you might want to go to the Christian Whistleblower YouTube channel and watch these as they come up there is because I do show a lot of visuals, and I'm showing visuals now. And of course, on Odyssey, we don't have the video, so you're not seeing the visuals. What causes fear? And this is from Psychology Today. What causes fear? Fear is a vital response to physical and emotional danger. Fear has very strong roots in human evolution. If people didn't feel fear, they couldn't protect themselves from legitimate threats, which in the ancestral world frequently resulted in life or death consequences. So there's some very key and important points there. Fear is a real vital response. It's true. You can say fear is natural. You can say fear is healthy. Fear in itself is a good thing because it keeps you from doing things that can cause you physical harm, emotional harm, and even spiritual harm. Fear is the thing that makes you not get too close to the edge of the mountain. Fear is the thing that makes you not sit, it makes you sit by the fire and not in the fire. And in that sense, fear is a vital response. It has strong roots in human evolution. We've all feel fear, and we all know kind of intuitively, intrinsically, that fear does protect us from legitimate threats, because throughout our memory database, we have been saved from life or death consequences through fear. So fear, that's why it's so powerful for these people to play with your fear and to toy with your fear. And most of them don't even know what they're doing I know what they're doing, but they don't even know what they're doing. They just do it because it works, and they're unconsciously competent at it. But we want you to be able to see what they're doing and what they're doing to you, and we want to see you seeing it being done to you, so you'll learn to move past it and stop being a victim. But that's one of the hardest things about fear, because you can't say don't ever be afraid. Personally, I'm never afraid. But I don't ask you to get to that place. I have no fear. I really don't. Because I know I'm divine. I know I'm sovereign. I know I'm free. I know this meat suit that I wear and do my best to keep it in shape. And I want to be here as effective as I can, as long as I can. But I know it's nothing. If this ends now, no big deal. This is just the beginning. So I really don't have any fear, except of spiders. I don't like spiders, but that's not really the same thing. Now, I'm not going to ask you to get to that place, but most of us have this idea, well, fear is good, and fear has been a helpful thing in the past. So it allows it to be manipulated, because we know that it has saved our lives in certain situations. And there's people out there that want you to think they're going to be the one to save your life. They're going to be the one to save your soul. They're going to be the one to make you whole. They're going to be the one that makes you different, better. They're going to be the one that helps you survive these catastrophes that they say are coming upon the earth. And folks, I got to tell you, when you're sick, when you're tired, when you're worn down, when you have debilitating physical conditions, whether they're chronic, whether they're injury-based, if your hair's falling out, if your skin's looking all old, and you look like you're toe up from the flow up, you're more conducive to being controlled by outside forces. That's why if you're feeling in any of those conditions, I think it'd be a good idea for you to go to jeffreydaugherty.com. That's my website. It's linked in the box below. It's linked in the bottom right-hand corner of the banner on my YouTube channel. Go there and you'll see the STEMLight logo right there under our sponsors. Click on that STEMLight logo. They are our stem cell partners. No dummies, not from aborted stem cells. Do you really think I'm that stupid? No. And these stem cells, I used to tell you all the good things they do. It's too long of a list. Amazing, borderline, miraculous applications for almost anything that you're experiencing, pain, injury, chronic. Just go check it out. Mention the word HEAL, and they'll give you a 20% discount. If you're a doctor, if you're a physician, you know how powerful stem cells are. And if you want to work with the stem cell company that is partnered up with the National Football League Alumni Association, go to southernstem.com. That's southernstem, STEM.com. Again, use the code word HEAL. And if you think they help out the patients with 20%, which they do, and that's huge, you won't believe the things that they'll do for you as a physician and put you as a VIP partner with the National Football League, Alumni Association, souvenirs, meetings, all kinds of stuff. You won't even believe it. Signage for your practice. So go to that. And they try to keep you down. They try to catch you when you're down. And they know that people that are on YouTube, we're looking for something more. We're looking for something better. We're looking for something different. And that makes us somewhat susceptible to manipulation. Let's go back and take a look at this definition of fear again, because it's important, or what causes fear. In the modern world, we face fear situations where the stakes are much lower, but your body and brain will still treat the threat as lethal. You should know, and I hope that after this show you'll know better, that really what these people are telling you is going to happen isn't going to happen. What these people are telling you is going to happen, even if it did happen, it shouldn't matter to you because you're divine, you're sovereign, you're free. But still, they use this base, hardwired human, I would say it's a frailty at this point, to stoke up situations where you still fear. And you still fear that it's a life or death consequence when it's not. This can trigger extreme and often unnecessary fight, flight, or freeze. I like just fight or flight or freeze, because see, the people that are pushing fear porn on you, they want you to think that you're in a fight. You've got to fight tooth and nail, and you've got to fight on their behalf because they're the only ones that got it right. We'll talk about that. You got to flight. You got to stop watching. You got to go from everybody just to them, and you got to freeze. You got to stay right where you are. You can't come in. You can't go out. It's the same lie that religion tells you. Religion uses the fear, guilt, control matrix in the form of you are a sinner, you need salvation, we've got the only Savior. They use a formula that says there's great danger coming, I'm the only one that really knows about it, and you can only be safe if you hang out with me and pay me and watch me and do all that other stuff. That's the psychology that's behind it, and we're going to get deeper into that. I'm Jeffrey Daugherty, the Christian Whistleblower. You can see go to the Christian Whistleblower YouTube and subscribe there and get more of this great content. As a result, people find themselves putting up with stuff that doesn't benefit them in the long run, hanging back, holding back on situations that they know aren't good for them, and even staying in situations that they know aren't good for them. And we're going to talk about this as we move on, ladies and gentlemen. It's very, very insidious. It's very, very powerful. And we're trying to help you unindoctrinate yourself from fear porn and from the purveyors of fear porn. So let's get right to the meat of it, ladies and gentlemen. How to move past fear. And I would add how to move past fear porn. So the word porn is not there. I could go ahead and write it in, but I'm not going to. But let's just look at this where it says how to move past fear. Let's say this is how to move past fear porn. In the past, we faced immediate dangers, volcanoes, hungry predators. Folks, we still face hungry predators today. Only they're dressed in sheep's clothing. They're dressed in shepherd's clothing. And you know what the shepherd's favorite meal is? Sheep, cousins. And that's bad. It really is. Common fears today have more to do with the impression people make on others, as well as how judgments from others affect their self-worth. The hyper-focus on image may only be exacerbated by the rise of the internet and social media culture. This is what I'm talking about. There are people out there that know the power of fear. They know the power of fear on you, and they're doing everything they can to get you and to keep you in a place of fear. And they want you to think that there's life and death situations when there's really not. Not all of them know it. All of them should. Some of them do. And they're trying to take advantage of me. They're trying to take advantage of you. And as this writer says, managing fears today is confusing because we don't necessarily correlate. The fears that they're pushing don't correlate with a clear and obvious danger. If fear is taking over a person's life, therapy can help, qualified therapist. Can I just tell you the easiest way, if you feel like you're being involved in fear porn, the easiest way is to stop watching it. Stop listening to it. Stop supporting those channels. Unsubscribe from them. Don't watch them. Don't listen to them. And don't listen to anything that puts a fear frequency into your life. Do you realize that fear in words, they're really things, and they create frequencies and vibrations that have effect on you? You've seen these studies on the rice and on the water. You're, 80% water? You saw the water and the ice studies where they say, hate, and it's all ugly, and the crystals are bad, and the water turns gross, and if you put like food in there, it rots. And you can say love, and the water's pure, and the crystals are beautiful, and the food doesn't rot. What do you think happens to all the water in you? I want you to think about this. What happens to all the water in you when you listen to fear? What happens to all the water in you when you listen to fear, 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 fear? What does it physically manifest in your body? Maybe that's why you're sick. Maybe that's why you're tired. Maybe that's why you just don't feel right in your body. Fear, fear, fear. What are you listening to? If you're not listening to, and a lot of these people that preach fear want to say, well, this is just the gospel. No, it's not. Because the gospel is a word that means something. I've shown it to you. You can look it up yourself. Gospel means good news. You cannot be preaching the gospel if you're preaching fear. Fear is not good news, period. So if you're listening to someone preach fear, they are not preaching the gospel. And if you're listening to someone who is preaching gospel, good news, they won't be preaching fear. And what happens when you listen to other channels? Fear, 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 fear. And you listen to this channel that says hope, 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 hope. Peace, 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 peace. Joy, 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 joy. Love, 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 love. How do you think it affects you when you listen to these other channels that say tribulation's coming? And how does it affect you when you come to this channel and hear jubilation's coming? How do you think it affects you when you listen to other channels? They say, oh, everything's about to collapse. And you come over here and I say, oh, we're about to build everything up. How do you think it makes you feel when you go to other channels? They say, the worst is coming. And you come over here and I say, the best is coming. How do you think it affects you just physically, the water in you? How is the water in you affected? I bet you hadn't thought about that, have you? Well, now you have something new to think about, something powerful to think about, something that really can make a huge difference in your life. And something else you should think about that can make a huge difference in your life. It's the small things. This is when you're in the shower, instead of using a soap that's made up of chemicals, or instead of using a soap that's made by people that aren't U.S. veterans and don't support our great veterans. Why do that when you can go to jeffreydaugherty.com, click on the American flag logo there for Hero Soap, and you can clean your body with soap crafted by U.S. veterans that give great support to U.S. veterans. No artificial ingredients, all organic, beautiful, powerful stuff. I mean, right now, ladies and gentlemen, if you could just smell me, you would smell spearmint, and you would think, what a manly, spearminty smell. And if you were a girl and someone smelled you, they'd say, what a womanly spearmint smell. So, ladies and gentlemen, you got to get clean, and you want to be free. So why not let freedom clean? Go to jeffreydaugherty.com, click on the American flag, and you'll get a great discount from my friends at Hero Soap. I'm Jeffrey Daugherty. I'm the Christian Whistleblower on YouTube. We're talking about fear porn, why they sell it, and why you buy it. We're just scratching the surface, so go ahead and get yourself a drink. Take care of your biological necessities, and be right back, because we are just getting started. We are speaking power into your life here on the Midnight Hour. I'm Jeffrey Daugherty, and this is Unindoctrinate. And cousins, make sure you come right back, because we are just getting started.